It's 8 o'clock Central Europe time, and I will start this WebCon. A warm welcome to you in the name of the Standing Committee of MLAS and as a chair. Thank you for participating at this WebCon. Our goal is to have a direct contact with members, get into dialogue with them with video and sound, or you can also use the chat and question and answer function of the Zoom webinar. A first remark, our challenge is that our members from the MLAS section, the Management of Library Association sections, they are associations, they are not persons. So we had to find out who is responsible in an association or who is interested in this relation to the International Federation of Library Association. And our goal is to have a conversation with at least half of our members at the end of this series of WebCons. But we start today with a small number, and we will have this meeting on 2 times today because of the problem with the time zones. So I invite you, the panelists, the attendees, to have a short moment of break, a pause, and think about the questions you want to have an answer on it after this WebCon. Please, I give you a minute to think about what is your questions you have concerning Management of Library Association section. The best is you write it down so you don't forget it. Okay. Now we will start with a personal presentation of the Standing Committee members. They are managing this WebCon, and with Hella also at the end, and Magdalena Gomulka, who is the convener of a special interest group which is sponsored by our section. I was 50 years General Secretary and Director of Swiss Library Association till the end of the last year. And I'm now self-employed for management support. I work for associations, libraries, companies. My work is organizing events, congresses or seminars, for example. I do actually a guide for libraries on data protection in Switzerland. And I was 5 months interim management CEO from the IFLA because of the dismissal of the Secretary General. And I'm the chair of this section and therefore also member of the governing board. I started with IFLA 10 years ago, and since 2015, I'm a member of the Standing Committee. My German is my mother tongue, and I speak also French and English, and I live in Switzerland. And now I gave first the floor to Loi Chun Chin, our secretary of the section. Please, Loi Chun Chin, would you present yourself? We cannot hear you, sorry.
Microphone. Sorry. Thank you very much. Hello. My name is Loy Jun Chin. I come from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I was formerly working at the National Library of Malaysia, and I retired in the year 2017 as the director of the National Library of Malaysia. I'm an active member of the Librarian Association of Malaysia, been a member for almost 30 years. And among the posts that I held during my duration with the Librarian Association was the treasurer of the association for 10 years. I was also the vice president of the association, and later on I was in the national committee for the IFLA WLIC 2018 in Kuala Lumpur. I'm now a life member of the Library Association of Malaysia, and I am also joined the IFLA standing committee, the IFLA MLAS in 2018 as a standing committee member, and in the year 2021, I now the secretary of the library of the MLAS. Thank you very much. Nice to meet all of you.
Thank you very much, Loy Jun Chin. She's a very incredible, precise secretary of our section and writes the minutes, and she is also today the technical host of this WebCon. Thank you very much. And an example for how we learn with each other to handle new formats as this WebCon. We had an education or formation, a short one last Friday, and today we are already happy to do this work. Now, Loida Garcia-Febo, she is the information coordinator of the MLAS section. Please welcome.
Hello, and greetings, everyone, from where I stand today, New York. It's my pleasure to be the information coordinator for the Management of Library Associations. I am the past president of the ALA, the American Library Association, for the term 2018-2019. And I have been also a member of the IFLA Governing Board from 2013 to 2017, 2 terms. Within IFLA, I've been a member of FAIF, the Free Access to Information and Freedom of Expression core activity, and also from the a member for 2 terms of the CPDWL, which is the Continuing Professional Development and Workplace Learning section. And I've been very happy to co-establish the IFLA New Professional Special Interest Group. And we have Magdalena from this group here today because it is under the sponsorship of the Management of Library Associations. I continue to be very active within IFLA, and today I will speak more about the activities that MLAS has carried out during 2021 and 2022 regarding also work with the different regions of the world. So welcome again, everyone.
Thank you, Loida. And imagine, Loida is in New York. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, mid in the night, and she got up to join us. Thank you very much. And you did a very good presentation to our next responsible for this WebCon, that is Magdalena Gomulka, the convener or the chair or president or the leader of this special interest group from the new professional. Please, Magdalena, present yourself personally.
Thank you, Hello, for introducing me. Hello, everyone. I'm Magdalena. I come from Poland. I am instructor in the Silesian Library in Katowice. It's on the south of Poland. And I'm also a convener of IFLA New Professionals Special Interest Group. It is a very special group in IFLA where we welcome all new information professionals and help them to find out more about international cooperation. I'm glad to tell you more about my team later. Thank you.
Thank you, Magdalena. And now the 4th member of this team Hella Klauser from Germany. Please present yourself.
Yes, good morning from Germany, from Berlin. My name is Hella Klauser. I work for the German Library Association and in the field of international cooperation. So I try to support our librarians in our country to become more international and to give also more into our international exchange. And I'm also active within different IFLA groups for many years already. I started at the section Management and Marketing, and I then continued at our section MLAS in 2017. I also was 2 years the secretary, so I'm happy to have with Lloyd June a great successor. I know it is a lot of work, so it's great. And yes, I'm also since last year the member, or one of the members of the new IFLA Regional Division Committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hella. Before we go next step, a general remark from my side. English is for all of us, I think. Yes, for all of us. They are present here actually on the panel. A foreign language. We try therefore to speak slow and to be aware that we have to speak in a foreign language. And sometimes if you don't find a word or you miss a word, we can perhaps help. If you want to speak, or if you are not so familiar with English, you can also send your questions to the chat channel or questions and answer and write it down. I want to say that everybody who is participating, if he's speaking or not, is a part of us. And now I want to share the slides with you we have presented for this WebCon. Please, Loida. Yes, very good. You see here the members, or a part of the members of the standing committee at the WLIC, the World Library and Information Congress 2022 in Dublin, Ireland. You see behind this acronym STMLAS. No, please go not further. I want to present every people, Loida. Yes, from left to right, you see the persons behind this acronym. The first person on the left is Magdalena Gomulka. You have already heard from her. Then we see Ute Engelkemeyer from Germany. Then Marwa El-Sachen from Egypt. Then the next is Alicia Celeste-Carrot from Spain. Diana Machala, Croatia. Then behind, that's Nick Poole from United Kingdom. Before him, that is Loy Chun Chin from Malaysia. He's present here also. Then we have Susan Haig from Canada. Behind the man, that is Vidar Lund from Norway. And Loida Garcia-Febo, myself. And right from me, that is Pascal Sans from France. And Hella Klauser, you have already seen. So you have a picture, a real picture from what that is the Standing Committee for MLAS. And you see, even at such an important event as the Dublin Conference or the World Conference, which normally take place every year, not every member can be present due to restriction of COVID or travel restriction or other problems, financial problems or time resources. So we have to work together in smaller groups often. Now, please, Loida, to the next slide. I will give you an overview of our WebCon today. We start with a short presentation of MLAS, and then we invite the participants to present themselves with 2 rounds, name and function, and the second round would be a relation to national and international association you represent here in this WebCon. Then we go to the role and work of MLAS. that will be presented by Loida, what we have done in the last year. Then we present the MLAS sponsors, the groups, the special interest groups, and at the end, then we will have the questions and answers from your side. If you have questions then, and we will discuss them, and the end is the miscellaneous. Now on the next slide, a short presentation of MLAS. You see here the standing committee is the whole is 20 members, and they present themselves. We have already done this, and the chair of this section is member of the governing board directly, because the associations are the core of the IFLA. You see that under important. Sorry, I missed a step with the section. We have 168 members, 110 national associations. We have not every country which is also part from the United Nations, but we have a lot of them. And we have 20 international associations. They are member of our section. And then we have 38 members from diverse categories. The importance of management of library association is that in the historical, that was the base. The foundation of IFLA was and the foundation of associations, national associations. And we have also a discussion about improvement, the importance of within IFLA of our section. That's a short structural introduction of our library association section. And you have also seen some members present here in our meeting. And now I would invite, perhaps you can stop the sharing of the screen now, Loida. I would invite the participants to present themselves, and the one who want to speak with a video and micro, they should give a sign, and then Loi Chun-Chin will give you the status of a panelist, so you can see you and hear you. I see Sabine Humilius want to join us. Could you give her the status, please, Loi Chun?
Good morning from Germany. Loida.
Hello, welcome, Sabine.
Hi. Loida, if I had such a background, I guess I could even go up at 2 o'clock at night, but I really appreciate. I am from Germany, so I know Hella quite well for many years. I'm actually president of our umbrella association called Bibliothek und Information Deutschland, in English, Library and Information in Germany, Federal Union of German Library Associations. Maybe you know that we have quite a lot of associations in Germany. It's not that we have something like the ALA. So we have an umbrella association, and that's why I'm here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us, Sabine. Welcome. Are there others who want to join us? I see also Ute Engelkel-Meyer, another member of the standing committee.
It took a while. Good morning, everyone.
Ah, hello.
Yes.
Hello, Ute.
Glad to be here. And yes, I'm the president of the Library Association of Professionals in one of 102, and glad to be here. So it's a little bit early for me. I start a little bit later on the day, but I wish everyone is fine.
Thank you very much, Ute. I cannot see any signals from attendees that they want to present themselves by video or by chat. Is that the case, Loi Chun Chin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then we will go to the next step. I would suggest that Loida now will present our work with slides we have done in the last term and last years and what we are planning to do in the future. Yes, Loida.
Hello again. MLAS have been very busy during the last years, and even during the pandemic, we were working on activities to support and help also the library associations around the world, as it is part of our charge that we work with library associations. And I wanted to share the activities from 2021. These are all part of our planning or strategic planning for these years. And the name or the title for 2021 of this very important activity was Advocacy, the Power of Networking. It was great that Ute Engelmacher is here because she led the working group that prepared and developed this activity. It consisted on a series of videos to library leaders in all the IFLA languages, and it was all about advocacy, what it meant for them, best practices, and some recommendations. And you are welcome to access these videos. They are all available on the MLAS YouTube channel. At the end of these videos, that were presented during the World Library and Information Congress that year was online mostly. MLAS hosted also programs in all different IFLA languages and per region about advocacy. And this happened during the Congress that was online. It was wonderful. We had programs, like I said, featuring different regions of the world, and they some of them the attendees share the live streaming with their library associations. I know some of them were in even kind of theater-like rooms with hundreds of colleagues in the room. So it was a wonderful experience since we were all home. This was a good opportunity used by library associations around the world to include the members that could attend. And then everybody else, of course, was online. We had an open session on this topic that was I was fortunate and proud to lead during the Congress as well. And so all the videos are available on the YouTube channel. For 2022, if I can change the slide. Yes, we had again an activity that included all regions of the world as per IFLA, and this time and diversity worldwide. What we did in this case, I was able to lead this working group for MLAS, is that we presented webinars from March to June, featuring each one of these different regions. And I'm going to just mention them for those of you that need perhaps a reminder, or, you know, for us, North America, Europe, Asia and Oceania, Latin America and Caribbean, MENA, which is the Middle East and North Africa section, and the Sub-Saharan Africa region. And during the webinars, we included, again, discussions, and these discussions were in the languages spoken in the region. And we were working on a great spirit with teamwork spirit with different members of MLAS and also from the different regions. And I should thank the regional division chair, because each one of them were instrumental in us working with their division. And also the MLAS members from different regions were instrumental. It was a huge teamwork. We did it. We presented these webinars per region on the topic of leaders and diversity. And then during the World Library Information Congress this year in person in Dublin, we presented their results. And during an open session that I was fortunate to lead with my colleagues. Together with my colleagues, we had videos from some of colleagues from different parts of the world sharing what was leadership for them, and also panelists in person. And I wanted to share some of the questions that we have to lead this type of work. For instance, how library associations around the world, I have to move my screen. How library associations around the world are supporting leadership development in the library and information field. Another question was, how can we better support new and emerging professionals to take up leadership roles? And another question was, how can we ensure that the leadership of our field is as open, inclusive, and diverse as possible? And I want to say that these questions were worked, and the entire activity were together with a working group. And the program at the Congress was led by Nick Poole, the CEO of CILIP, and he's also a very active member of MLAS. So it was a great teamwork. And some of the responses at questions included that we need more team trainings, and also training in the area of leadership. And people appreciated coaching and mentoring. And this was for leaders coming as new to the profession, and also people that have been in the profession, veteran or seasoned, but that were new to leadership. So two different type of colleagues, but all new to leadership. Also, communication was very important, and building skills, and also building the library association, in terms of the contributions of these leaders, and also the importance of diversity. And these are some of the responses, but I invite you to visit the MLAS website that I will share in the chat, where we have a summary of the webinars and also of the program leading to the program at the World Library and Information Forum. And all the recordings of the webinars are also available on the MLAS page, and I will share that on the chat. And I think now I am at the end of the activities for 2021 and 2022. I will give you a preview that for 2023, we will be working on a webinar series, because MLAS members thought that that was an effective medium, and it will will be under the topic of SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, and library associations. And we are already planning, and we hope to have more announcements shortly, perhaps in the next weeks, leading to the new year, where we are going to start with the actual webinars. And we are going to work again with all the regions of the world, hopefully, and with the different regional division chairs, and with the new professionals, special interest group. They have been wonderful, and they did tremendous work for us to present the webinars during 2022, technical and also with the speakers, different things, amazing. Thank you so much. And we are again partnering with them. And so I hope that you all follow our activities. We are on Twitter and on Facebook. And at the end of the webinar, we have a slide with the information on how to follow us on the social media. Hello to you.
Thank you very much, Lorida. Now I will cross over directly to Magdalena Gomulka, who is the convener of NPSIG. This acronym stands for New Professional Special Interest Group. Please, Magdalena, present what you. It's an amazing group of young people. I've always, when I met them, they are really nice and active. Please, Magdalena.
Yeah, thank you all for all kind words about my colleagues and me. We are very glad to know and hear. Yes, we are a special interest group which is affiliated to MLAS. We are very happy that we are a part of this section because it's very important in IFLA. And many people in IFLA say that we are an initiative for and by new professionals. And also, I've heard that many people think that we are young. Some of us, we are young in our heart, because new professional means that you are new in the field of our activity. And in my group, there are 10 librarians from different countries, from all continents. And we work together. We meet every month on the Zoom, and we work on the interviews, on webinars with the MLAS and CBWL section as well. We also try to promote a project for librarians from all the world. In the next slide, you can see some summary of our activities. And what we are doing on this time. Very important for us is IFLA Congress. We are preparing for it for months, especially in our heart there is IFLA camp. In this picture you can see a photo from the library square near Trinity College in Dublin. It's a second day of IFLA camp when we visited museums and galleries in Dublin. A day before, we were in a Lexicon library in Dublin as well, and we met 20 librarians from all the world. It is a great experience for us to organize many events for people and who want to know more about international cooperation, and also who want to learn how to work internationally and learn new skills as well, because it's important for us that everybody do something here and we learn from each other. And last but not least, I would like to say that from my point of view, as being an NPSIG convener, MLAS projects are very important. We feel they support, and we also see how international librarianship grows up, and and how it helps to develop librarians. As a typical Polish librarian and a member of Polish Library Association, I also see that all MLAS members, I mean representatives of Library Association from different countries, they can work together on the project. And this great example, which was presented by Loida, webinars about leadership skills, and then our session in the Dublin, it was great summary of leadership projects from all the world, and I think that we learn a lot about their work. So my congratulations from your work, and I give microphone to Hannah.
Thank you very much, Magdalena. She's not a common member, just a Polish librarian. She's the librarian of the year in Poland because she's so an amazing and refreshing person. Félicitations, congratulations to that title. And now we want to present also the second special interest group, the Women Information and Library Special Interest Group. We had the problem to find that I think the convener, Viva Weinraub, is not present today, and I will hand over to Loida so that she is a co-founder of this special interest group, can a little bit present the work of that special interest group. Please, Loida.
I am happy to talk briefly about the Women Information and Library Special Interest Group. My very good colleague from the United States, Viva Weinraub Lajoie, is the convener, and they are very active. I am the co-founder of the New Professionals, but the Women Information and Libraries have other amazing colleagues that started that group. I do remember when the talks were going on to start right in 2004, because we were talking about that when we with other colleagues when we established the New Professionals. So great times. I will invite you all to visit the website, the page of the this special interest group that is sponsored by MLAS. You can find more about their events or the news or resources on the site. I can say that they are very visionary in terms of the topics they present during their events. I was fortunate to speak at one of them, and the topic was women and technology. So you have a sample there of the type of caliber of conversations and events that they present, very visionary, very innovative, and with the times. And all the members are very committed. And so, yes, please visit them. And if you can join, because women in librarianship is a very important area. As you know, there are many more women in our field than men, and that's very interesting, right? And so it's great that IFLA has a special interest group for that. So thank you, Halo, and over to you.
Sorry. Thank you, Loida. Now I think we won't go back and we don't share the screen so that we can see each other who is speaking. Because now it would be the opportunity for our attendees to ask questions or to raise your hand if you want to share your screen and to speak, or you have also the opportunity to to ask questions on the F&A or on the, yes, in German it's F&A, in English it's questions and answers, Q&A, sorry. Or you can raise your hand and we will make a panelist out of you so you can speak to us. Okay, at the moment, there is no remark or no questions. Or obviously, we have all questions you have written down answered now with our presentation. A last minute to give you the chance to come into dialogue with us. We don't bite. Then I think I will thank Lynn Matnor, Namutenya Hamwala, and Toluki Toiste for participating today. And we go to the next and last point, Miscellaneous. I will give you a forecast on our next WebCon we plan as MLAS. The topic will be in the nomination and election process for sections, for special interest group and governing board members that will start beginning next year in January. The WebCon from MLAS will take place the 10th of January, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Europe time, the same time as today. And I would invite attendees, please invite colleagues, participants from your association or other people you know worldwide to be part of this next web conference, so that we reach our goal that we have at the end half of our associations and our members present at this WebCon. I come to the closing remarks. Great thank to Loy Jin and Loida Garcia Febo and Magdalena Gomulka, who supported us today with technical and I'll have a look and presenting. And they participate late in the night or in the middle of the morning in the case of Loida. And in the next session will be the same for Loy Jun. She will get up in the middle of the night. Give them please an applause for their great engagement. Thank you very much. And now I have to thank all participants for joining us today. And please advertise the next WebCon to your colleagues and contribute therefore to our goal to have half of all MLAS members present at the end of this series. We plan in the next year for concerning this nomination process and the evaluation. Now I wish you all happy holidays, a cheerful turn of the year, and all the best in the new year. This concludes this first WebCon. Thank you and goodbye.